Hi, I'm Michelle Snow, professional athlete and multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. I travel the world as a professional WNBA player, and I use online tools to run my business globally. Hey guys, the 10th thing that successful people live by is they don't hang around negative people. What I mean by negative people is, I can recount just the other day, I was sitting in a restaurant, we're in the back of a restaurant in a private part. For the more successful people, they kind of had an area where you could go and have meetings and things like this without being bothered. We were back there, and I'm back there with the mayor, I'm back there with the county commissioner and the cardiologist. And we're discussing different things that we want to do, blah, 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 blah. We got to the point where we were talking about why we wanted to have that meeting in private. One, we don't want everybody knowing what we're trying to do, etc. So people steal your ideas, and you want to do things the right way in a professional manner. And one of the things we were talking about is the county commissioner was saying how he was sitting at the table, and this particular person was just blah 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 talking about everybody in the room. And he said he was just sitting there quietly, and they were like, "Wow, you don't talk much, you don't say much." And he said he didn't say anything, but he walked off, and he was just like, if they're talking about everybody else, what are they going to do when I walk off? They're going to talk about me in the same manner. He understood that sometimes people tell on themselves and we don't recognize it, and we fall into that trap of gossiping with them, talking about other people. Do you think they're not doing the same thing when you're not around? That's a negative person. Or the people who complain, oh man, if I had what you had, yeah, I could be successful. I could have as much real estate as you, Michelle. I get it all the time. And I look at them and I go, well, if I would have had someone helping me when I was living in a trailer park with holes in my shoes and clothes that were sewn by my mother, I guess I would feel the same way, but I didn't. I chose not to have that mindset. I had the mindset of, I need to find people who understand real estate so that I can learn it. Thankfully, my parents did. We were staying in the trailer, but they were saving up all of their money, buying off the land, buying the trailer, and then moving to a middle-class neighborhood. I didn't know it at the time. I was kind of like, geez, we're struggling. I didn't know that they were making a sacrifice for a long-term payoff. I didn't understand that there are some people that are going to complain. They're going to always have a negative mindset. And I spent years trying to convince them, listen, you shouldn't think like that. Listen, like I know you see where I am now, but you don't know where I came from. I've gotten to the point now where I'm like successful people. Snip, 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 goodbye. I don't have time for it. We want to be around uplifting people, people who believe in their dreams just like we do. How would you feel if you walked into a room and you said, I just won the lottery, and everybody in the room said, oh, give me $100, give me $1 million, share it with me. What if everybody's looking at you like they're jealous instead of being happy for you? I tell people sometimes when you walk into a room and you announce good news, stop for a moment, stop rejoicing, and look at the faces of the people in that room. They will reveal themselves. There are a lot of sheep in wolves' clothes. There are a lot of negative people that are around you that you allow yourself to be around. Even if that's a friend, a family member, it doesn't mean you disassociate yourself with them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you just need to make sure that your close group, your 5 closest friends and people, they should be people that have an income level higher than yours. Why? Because they will force you to get to that level. People would always ask me, you're spending $50,000 to get this guy to sit down with you for a day. There are people paying billions to Warren Buffett and Bill Gates for a lunch. But after they leave that lunch, they're launching these multi-million-dollar businesses. If I told you to give me 20 bucks, and every time you gave me 20 bucks, I gave you back 200, would you go and find as many $20 bills as you could? I bet you would. You wouldn't care about giving me 200 bucks. If I said, give me 200 bucks, and every time you gave me 200 bucks, I gave you back 2,000, I bet you would go and borrow money, take out a loan, and do whatever it took to find as many $200 increments as you could, because you were getting a return on your investment that was so high that you didn't care about the $200. When you knock out the negative people in your life and start investing in yourself like that, by putting positive people around you, think of it as your $200 investment to yourself that's going to turn into $2,000. Because they're going to give you little golden nuggets that are going to give you, oh man, I didn't think about doing that. I never thought about running a $7 ad in the newspaper. Oh, I didn't know that you can't run an ad one time. You need to run it for 3 to 6 months to see if it will work. You have to give it time for people to see it over and over again, for brand recognition, so that they begin to buy it over time. I didn't even understand that. I did it one time, so I thought it didn't work. That's what happens when you get rid of the negative people and you surround yourself with successful people. If you enjoyed the content and would like to learn more about me, visit my website. I'm Michelle Snow, and I'm committed to helping you become a game changer. I look forward to hearing from you.